if you expect the universe to just give you exactly what you need, exactly what you want, you're going to be sorely disappointed. What we have to learn to do is to train ourselves to basically take it as it comes. Hey guys, Stacy here with you from Summit Mentorship. Welcome back, and today we're going to continue our discussion on environment and how important it is for our personal growth. So if you didn't get a chance to watch our last video, James did 3 tips on building a home office so that you can be productive within your home. And the 3 tips are really good, but if you kind of listen, the subtext in there, it really tells you how important and how the physical environment and our mental environment kind of work together to make us either productive or not productive. So he talks about how our brains are conditioned and our subconscious takes over and recognizes certain rooms as certain things. So when you're trying to work in your den, for example, that's where you're supposed to watch TV. Your brain knows that, and it makes it harder to be productive. And so the mental part of this and the physical outward environment, they work together, and we have over time conditioned our brains to expect a certain thing within a certain environment. So let's dig into that just a little bit deeper here. So we've talked about intentionality, right? And that video was very much about how you can intentionally set up your physical environment to create better results from your activities. But what if you do everything right? What if you set up that physical environment just the way that you want to? What if you start associating with a different group of people? What if you actually start to have deeper conversations and deeper thoughts because you're reading differently and you're listening to different things and you're not watching quite as much of that negativity from the media in the world? What if you do all of those things, but yet life decides it has a different plan for you and puts something up that you're not expecting and just completely gets in your way? What are you going to do then? Because we can be intentional. We can do everything right. Stoic philosopher Epictetus, he taught us, he said, if you expect the universe to just give you exactly what you need, exactly what you want, you're going to be sorely disappointed. What we have to learn to do is to train ourselves to basically take it as it comes. Now, this week, you might see a little bit of a different backdrop here. I'm in a different location. We have moved to the west. My daughter is getting married, and so we're kind of getting ready for that. And just because of the timing, I'm thinking about what do I need to say when I give the speech that I've got to give, and what are some things that hopefully I've taught that were beneficial to her over time. And as I went for a hike this morning to kind of think through this, and I'm kind of going up and climbing some rocks, and it hits me. You know what? I think probably she would tell you the most awful piece of advice I gave her, and this is going to sound horrible, but she'd probably tell you I told her a lot of times, just you got to get over it. And I don't know that I thought about it being very stoic at the time, but basically the point that I would try to make with her is, look, yes, this is what happened, and it's neither good nor bad, it just is. Let's move on. What can we take from this, learn, and move forward so that we're better off tomorrow than what we are right here today? And so the point wasn't just to blow her off. The point was to let's think about this differently and let's move forward. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to start to make some of these changes. And unfortunately, when we start to make changes, and again, we're talking about our environment, our mental environment, our spiritual environment, our actual physical environment, we're going to do the right thing. We're going to make changes, and you're not going to see results right away. I'm going to ask you to have a little faith in this process and to understand that, yes, it actually is working. When I've seen some just absolutely beautiful cornfields as we've been driving through this area. When that farmer put those kernels of corn in the ground, he knew that there was going to be a gestation period, right? He understood the law of gestation and that, yes, there's going to be a period before it produces fruit. He knew that even though for a certain period of time that seed was in the ground and they looked at it and nothing's happening, they looked at it and nothing's happening, he knew that underneath there's really something marvelous happening. They're starting to turn from a seed into a seedling where it's starting to sprout the roots, and he knows that something's going on. I'm going to ask you to trust this process. You're going to go through and you're going to start to make some of these changes. You're going to adjust the things that you're putting into the conscious part of your mind. You're going to start to feed some of the good stuff into the subconscious part of your mind to start to change some of those feelings, because our thoughts, our feelings, and our behaviors are all completely intertwined and they all work together. And you're going to start to do these things, and over a period of time, nothing seems to have changed. You've got to trust the process, because I promise you there's good things that are going on. It just takes that period of gestation for the results to start to show. You'll start to feel it a little bit, and you can start to feel things starting to take root. And then one day you'll start to see something. You're like, man, I haven't achieved this before. And your awareness is going to be at a different level. You're going to see an opportunity and actually seize it. Because remember, people may call it lucky, but luck is when preparedness and opportunity, when they meet, that's luck. And the more intentional you are at changing your mental environment, your spiritual environment, your physical environment, the better you are to intentionally put in your place in a better position to succeed, the better your awareness is going to be to see the opportunity, to actually take advantage of the opportunity, and to start to realize that potential that I know is within you. So this idea of environment is important, but understand there is going to be a period of time from when you start to make these changes to when you actually start to see the results manifest physically in your lives. There's going to be a period of time. But if you're doing the right thing, if you're nourishing that seed, if you're putting the right things in, then the results that you want to see are going to start to they're going to start to show themselves, and you're going to start to actually see the results you're looking for. It's a wonderful thing. And the process, enjoy the process, because it really is a process. Lasting change isn't something that's just going to happen over one night. And so many times we put way too much emphasis on a one-time event. Reading a book doesn't change your life. But applying something daily from what you learned in that book, that can create a lasting change in your life. So watching videos like the ones we've talked about over our last 3 on the video on environment, these videos aren't life-changing, but if you take some of these concepts and you start to apply these daily in your life, and there's something on your calendar every single day that you're going to do that's going to intentionally put yourself in a better place, then you'll start to see the lasting change. If you guys are enjoying these videos, again, please help us out here. Give us a like, give us a share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, join our Facebook group. Again, we just want to add value any way that we can. We want to grow this community. We love the journey of personal growth, and we just want to share and enjoy the journey with you. So join us. Let's have some fun together as we learn and grow and raise that awareness to where we really want it to be. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll talk again real soon.